tonight our High Commissioner is going back to Islamabad, the Pakistani High Commissioner is coming back to India. Is it right to say that the worst is over, the de-escalation has happened between the two countries?
Siddhant, there was never an escalation from our side. I have made it very clear, the Foreign Secretary has made it clear in his statement, that our strike was not a military operation, but a counter-terrorism operation against Jaish-e-Mohammed. This was necessitated by the lack of action by Pakistan on the perpetrators of Pulwama attack and on credible intelligence information about more imminent attacks on India by those who were being trained in Balakot. On the contrary, the escalation was done by Pakistan. Yes, please.
Ravish, please allow me. First is on Pakistan. Pakistan Prime Minister yesterday said that Pakistan will not allow any terror group to operate from its soil, and this could be, God willing, this could be a beginning of a new era. How would you respond to his last night's interview? And also a question on Nirav Modi. We are not seeing much of action against Modi compared to what we saw against Mr. Vijay Mallya.
On the first question, the answer is in the statement which I have read. You see, we have seen this happening time and again. As I mentioned, that the same script is repeating again. You see, so Pakistan has to now move ahead beyond mere words and take some credible, verifiable, and sustained actions against terrorists and terror groups. So that is what they have to do. And on the second one, you see, you are aware that we have made a request based on information received from ED and CBI. We have made a request for extradition with the UK authorities in August last year. Despite whatever we see on television today, the status remains the same. UK is still to respond or is still considering a request for extradition of Nirav Modi. Any follow-up on that? Let me take all the questions. Yes, please, Maha.
So since the Telegraph has been able to track down Nirav Modi, it's very evident that he is very much in the United Kingdom. What kind of pressure will then be built now to bring him to book?
Maha, please try to understand that the fact that we have requested the UK government for extradition of Nirav Modi, it means that we were aware that he is in UK. Otherwise, we would not have made a request for extradition. And also try to understand how the whole process works. Just because he has been spotted doesn't mean that he can be immediately brought back to India. You see, there is a process. UK government, we have made a request. It is for the UK government now to consider a request and respond to the CBI and ED demand for extradition. On the same? No, they have not requested for a fresh request. You see, I think what happens is that when you submit a request for extradition, once the UK government goes through the document, if there is any demand for any additional document, we communicate that request to the agencies. As far as this issue is concerned, I am not aware of any extra document or any extra request which has been made to us from the British government. So the matter at this point of time remains that it is under the consideration of the UK government and we are waiting for the response. Srinjoy, on Nirav Modi?
So also Pakistan subsequently. But so on...
that was a googly, but yeah, please go ahead.
So on Nirav Modi, has the government after the two extraditions written any letters reminding the British government, and what has been the reaction of the British government? How have they seen this? How have they taken this entire issue? What is your...
Srinjoy, till we get a communication from the British government, we of course don't know the reaction, and there's no reaction as such. You see, when you submit a case for extradition, it can only be in the consideration of a foreign government. You don't get an immediate reaction on that submission. Now, as I mentioned, that if there is any shortfall or if there is any extra demand.
हा व्हिडिओ तुम्हाला आवडला असेल तर असे आणखी व्हिडिओ पाहण्यासाठी TV9चं YouTube चॅनल सबस्क्राइब करा, बेल बटन दाबा. ताज्या घडामोडींसाठी लॉग ऑन करा tv9marathi.com.